we got dress code. Is this actually like that important?
Oh man, dress code. Gosh, just dealing with this last week with a business owner.
Okay.
In America today, Europe today, Canada today, Mexico today, any place on the planet today, we all have a different version of common sense.
Okay.
Common sense is not common. So I used to have, if you kind of zoom in, I don't know if you can see this there, Lee, if we can kind of zoom in, but I still have earring holes. Maybe you can see the earring holes there. But see, I used to have earrings, and I thought it was totally socially acceptable to wear double hoop earrings to meetings with upper scale clients. When I was trying to convince them to buy my services.
Right.
I thought that was like a normal thing. Well, and I was raised with I was around the school system where I was taught, well, don't judge me.
Yeah.
You can't judge me. We're all
do you, man.
Yeah, do it's just me being me.
Yeah.
YOLO. You know what I mean? You can't judge me.
So what was the wake up call for you? What changed?
People didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
And so I went to a guy and he told me, Clifton Talbert.
Yep.
My conversation went something like this. He's a best-selling author, Pulitzer Prize nominated author. He's like, hey, you're going to have to probably take those earrings out and start dressing up sharp if you want to start getting paid, And I was like, whatever, man, YOLO. I don't need to be. If you guys aren't familiar with YOLO, they'll put the definition of YOLO on the screen here in just a second. But the whole thing is, I thought you can't judge me, whatever.
Don't be a sellout, man.
Don't be a sellout. And then it was pointed out to me by this wise person.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you won't be a sellout because you won't sell anything. So that's when I decided. I have to be a sellout if I want to sell something. So I had to make a dress code.
I like it.
Boom.
So the next one we got is the importance of communicating your good communication.
Yeah, communication. Now here's the deal. At Thrive, as we're growing Thrive, biggest issue for our company, any company, is communication.
Yeah, right.
You have to know, well, hey, if we're going to record at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or 4 a.m., whatever, who do I need to call to get in? Mm-hmm. Who do I need? So we're building a new studio. Mm-hmm. So we need studio keys. Who do I call?
Right.
We need to know, who do I call? What's their number? When does the newsletter go out? How do we know what's going on? There has to be a communication system of when will you talk to your manager? When will you talk to your boss? There's a lot of business owners today where, that Roy example again, this guy comes to work every day. When I went to a moving company, nobody on the staff had any idea who they were supposed to call if there was an emergency.
Right.
It's not clearly communicated who we need to communicate with or how we communicate.
That makes sense why that would be important.
Yeah.
So the next one we got is a workstation, the computer, phone, internet access.
Workstation. We have to make sure that the workstation is set up because, again, we have employees all across America right now who can't do their job because they don't have the tools they need. I see it all the time. So you see people that cannot get the job done because they don't have the tools they need. So as an example, we needed the other day to hole punch.
Right.
If I don't have a hole puncher, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Well, then the employee has to leave their job to hole punch.
Right.
So we built our new call center. We made a list of all the equipment that we needed for our team, and we want to have that. You don't want your employees to have to spend all their time trying to figure out what tools they need.
Yeah.
But this happens all the time in business today.
You have to have all of these set up, you're saying, before you start hiring people.
Oh, you shouldn't hire anybody unless you have all this. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep going now. A couple more written expectations for the job. We talked about how you need to communicate it, but there's some importance in just writing it down too. Yeah,
written expectations. This is huge because if I don't know what the expectations are, that's a problem. But if it's not written down, I don't sign it. That's called an employee handbook. If I don't sign the expectations, then there's a disconnect. I thought you thought this. I thought you thought that. In businesses everywhere I see right now, especially the medical industry, there's so many standards you have to adhere to. There's so many guidelines that if you think one thing and I think one thing, I might get sued because you are doing something different than what I thought, what I was supposed to do. So expectations are absolutely, it's super important that you do this. And again, this is called a handbook.
Yeah.
You need to have an employee handbook.
Okay.
Boom. Some of you are saying, but that's a waste of time. I only have 2 employees. You'll never grow from me to we if you don't do these things. Bam.